afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu restated Lagos State Government's commitment to harnessing blue economy for sustainable development. House of Representatives proposes single-day elections for political officers on the foreign scene. United Kingdom urges pro-Palestinian group to cancel protest following Manchester synagogue attack. And in sports, Super Eagles coach unveils squad for World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and Benin Republic. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reaffirmed the state's commitment to harnessing the blue economy for sustainable development as the city hosted the Made in Africa Blue Economy Summit alongside the continent's first ever E1 World Championship race. Speaking at the summit, Governor Sanwo-Olu described Lagos as a living example of resilience and transformation, noting that areas once covered by the Atlantic Ocean have been reclaimed and turned into thriving communities. The governor noted that Lagos was not only embracing the race as a sporting spectacle, but also a platform to accelerate conversations on sustainability, climate adaptation, marine innovation, and youth empowerment.
It's just a platform in which other bigger conversations will be taken, and that's one of the things. Lagos will not disappoint. We will be walking this journey for the next 4 or 5 years. And like you said, each year it will get bigger, it will get bolder, it will get better, we will have a lot more impact, we will take people out of poverty, we will use it as a platform to create, the new levels of leaders, in entrepreneurship, in skills, in technology, in innovation, in entertainment, in creativity.
Chairman and co-founder of E1 Series, Janjo Agag, commended Lagos for its efficiency in hosting the championship's debut in Africa, challenging the state and its partners to commit to hosting the E1 Grand Prix for at least the next 5 years. Former international football star, president of Didier Drogba Foundation, Didier Drogba, highlighted the summit's focus on prevention and sustainability, stressing that Africa's youth must be at the center of the blue economy.
The human race, as the world's first electric powerboat championship, is more than a sport event. It is a symbol of how technology, sustainability, and entertainment can converge to inspire change and promote clean mobility. Across the continent, our oceans, lakes, and rivers represent both a critical ecological treasure and a strategic economic resource.
Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, underlined the state government's strategic investment in marine infrastructure and climate resilience. Oshiyemi pointed to projects such as hybrid electric ferries, upgraded jetties, and mangrove restoration as tangible steps towards building a regenerative and inclusive blue economy. The Africa Blue Economy Summit, with the theme Annexing Africa's Blue Natural Capital for Sustainable Good, brought together policymakers, industry leaders, sport icons, and innovators to explore how the continent's vast marine and freshwater resources can drive sustainable growth. As part of its commitment to continuous human capital development, the Lagos State Government, through the Ministry of Establishment and Training, has kicked off its 4th quarter capacity building programs with a 2-day training on financial literacy and strategic finance. The training was aimed at equipping public officers with the knowledge and skills necessary to make informed financial decisions and adopt strategic approaches to financial management. Declaring the program open, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Olubusola Bidakun, who was represented by the Director of Training, Modupe Animation, urged participants to remain focused and committed to applying the knowledge gained to improve service delivery in their ministries, departments, and agencies and DAs. Abidakun reiterated the Lagos State Government's commitment to continuous professional development, noting that the Ministry of Establishment and Training was mandated to enhance public service efficiency and productivity through regular training and capacity building. The session had over 100 participant drawn from various ministries, departments, and agencies across the state. The House of Representatives is considering the proposal to hold the presidential gubernatorial and legislative elections on the same day as part of ongoing effort to reform Nigeria's electoral system. Speaker of the House, Tajudeen Abbas, stated this during a meeting with a delegation from the European Union in Abuja, noting that the move is aimed at improving efficiency, reducing cost, and enhancing voter turnout in future elections. Abbas said holding all elections on the same day would enhance credibility and tackle lower turnout of voters. He said the House is committed to far-reaching electoral reforms, noting that the proposed constitutional amendment cover reserved seat for women and persons with disabilities, financial autonomy, and defined roles of traditional rulers. Abbas urged the EU delegation to support the National Assembly with advocacy and publicity, highlighting that state assemblies must also endorse the proposed reforms. The Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, and the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has pledged to deepen collaboration in regulating device import revenue protection and safeguarding public safety. Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adeni stated this when he received NCC Executive Vice Chairman Aminu Maida at Customs House, Maitama, where both leaders discussed ways to tighten monitoring of imported communications equipment, particularly mobile phones and network boosters. Adeni stressed the need for stricter controls to curb unauthorized imports, saying customs would align tariff codes with NCC certification processes and improve officer training for more effective enforcement. In his words, NCC Executive Vice Chairman Aminu Maida outlined the NCC's device management system, which blocks non-compliant handset from Nigerian networks. The two agencies agreed to strengthen joint action against revenue leakages, illegal trade, and unsafe telecom equipment, while reinforcing efforts to protect consumers and enhance national security. In foreign news now, Britain's government and the police have called for a pro-Palestinian protest in London on Saturday to be cancelled following a deadly attack on a synagogue in Manchester that has shone a light on rising religious hatred. Thursday's attack follows a politically charged summer where incidents of anti-Semitic and Islamophobic hate have remained high, and pro-Palestinian marchers have routinely taken to the street to denounce Israel, drawing criticism from some members of the Jewish community. Saturday's demonstration is organized by a group called Defend Our Jews to oppose the British government decision in July to ban the pro-Palestinian group Palestine Action under anti-terrorism laws, making it a crime to be a member. Police urged organizers to cancel or postpone the event, saying it would divert police resources needed to protect fearful communities in the wake of the attack. In sport now, Super Eagles head coach Eric Chile has named 23 players for his side's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against the Crocodiles of Lesotho and Squirrels of Benin Republic. Captain William Trustekong, Stanley Onwabali, Bright Osai, Samuel Calvin Bassi, Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, Victor Osimhen, and Simon Moses all made the list. The players are scheduled to converge in Polokwane on Sunday, 6th of October, to begin preparation for the game with Lesotho. The Super Eagles will do battle with Lesotho at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane, South Africa on Friday, 10th of October, in a match day 9 encounter. Then fly from South Africa to Uyo to battle leaders Benin Republic in a ferry final match day game on Tuesday, 14th of October. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, use the walkway where available to avoid accidents. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youth on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reaffirmed the state's commitment to harnessing the blue economy for sustainable development as the city hosted the Made in Africa Blue Economy Summit alongside the continent's first ever UIM E1 World Championship race. The House of Representatives is considering a proposal to hold the presidential, gubernatorial and legislative elections on the same day as part of ongoing efforts to reform Nigeria's electoral system. We also told you that Britain's government and the police have called for a pro-Palestinian protest in London on Saturday to be cancelled following a deadly attack on a synagogue in Manchester that has shone a light on rising religious hatred. And finally, in sports, Super Eagles head coach Eric Chile has named 23 players for his side's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against the Crocodiles of Lesotho and Squirrels of Benin Republic. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.